So an update happened for Batman, but not the update that we actually need for Arkham Knight. What is happening, Internet? I'm Kwing, one of the co-hosts for Kwingsletsplays, and today we're talking about the update for Batman Arkham City, and no one knows what it does. I've reached out to Nintendo publications, I've reached out to fans. I am not updating my system because I don't know what it does, because Arkham City doesn't have any problems that I know of. I mean, sure, the game's a little floaty in the challenge maps, but I mean, I played through the campaign fine. I got most of the medals fine. Even with some of the weird glitches, like fun glitches, like Arkham Origins glitches, where Batman disappears and reappears, the game plays fine. The only thing that needs to be patched is Arkham Knight, because that game does not play fine. So, I'm still racking my brain as to why they updated Arkham City and Asylum before Knight. Asylum, yeah, okay, Asylum had a little bit of frame rate issues, but for the most part, it was constantly at 30 frames per second. It dipped a little bit, but I played through all of Arkham City, and there was no dips in frames at all. There was no sputtering, there was no problems. We played through the story together live without any issues. And I don't understand why Turn Me Up Games is even, doing something that's not necessary. Even Rocksteady recently updated the Arkham Knight game on PS4, Xbox, and PC and gave Matt Reeves' Batman a shadow. So the Robert Pattinson, or the Pattinson skin, now has a Batman shadow and no longer this little circle underneath him. That's, cool that they did that. But you're telling me with all the known problems that we could take hours listing for Arkham Knight on Nintendo Switch, not one update. And the game can't be completed 100%. There are even some challenge maps that are completely broken and glitched that you cannot get through. There are tank missions that are incredibly difficult to do, not because of the game's difficulty, mind you, but because of how the game operates. How the game has slowdowns and frame rates and screen tearing and all kinds of stuff. There are actually apparent problems that needed to be addressed almost 2 months ago. Remember, this game technically came out on November 30th. Like, it was quite a while ago. And then all through December, when people got the game on December 1st, people have been saying to Turn Me Up Games for quite a while, these are all the issues connected with the game. There are characters that disappear. There are characters that are completely invisible, and then they pop up, and then there's just a head running around. There are enemies that get stuck in walls, and you can't complete challenges. There is invisible cars. There is cars with just tires. There's Batman floating on top of cars, like that one episode of the animated series where he's fighting an invisible man. There's all kinds of actual issues that need to be fixed, and there's utter silence from Turn Me Up. Instead, they go out of their way to update something that doesn't need to be fixed. And again, I don't have any knowledge about what's going on with Arkham City. I've told you what I experienced with the game. The challenge maps were a little floaty. Nightwing was kind of slow. Sometimes the enemies would just stand there. But these are problems that existed in the original Arkham City game. And that game still got high marks. And Arkham Origins had a lot of issues with glitches and bugs, but, those never got patched. But I'm just saying, those fun little glitches don't impact the game. We literally now have actual problems with Arkham Knight that are impeding progress of the game. And people are just so furious. I'm upset too, because I did so many streams not realizing that I could never activate the Nightfall protocol in Arkham Knight. And this is something that Turn Me Up needs to release a statement on. This is the time where you have to this is a time where you literally have to find the address of these people and write them a handwritten sentiment and be like, hi, thank you for releasing this game on Arkham Trilogy. Please patch these Riddler trophies. I know you can't fix the buggy graphics, it's a Nintendo Switch, but please, for the love of God, fix the Riddler trophies. Signed, a fan. That's the kind of stuff that needs to happen, because it's never going to get fixed. And either Turn Me Up is completely oblivious to this, or they just don't care, because we're now almost into February, and this problem has been there since release And nothing other than a statement that they had, what was it? Sometime in mid-December, they said they're working on a patch for Arkham City and Arkham Knight. And even people then were like, what do you mean Arkham City? What is wrong with Arkham City? There's nothing wrong with Arkham City. It's a little floaty. That's not a problem. If anything, I am terrified to update my Switch with whatever they did in Arkham City, because how do I know they didn't break the game? I don't know what their update did. Sometimes when you update things on the Switch, it actually is detrimental. It's worse than whatever you did before. And I even told my audience when I was streaming Arkham Origins last night, it's like, I wouldn't update your Switch, like, for Arkham City. I would completely avoid that. That would be a very bad thing, because you have no idea what type of Pandora's box you're going to unleash on your system. Like, it could completely brick the game. I don't know. I don't even know the games that Turn Me Up Games has actually done prior to this. But, you know, they did a very bad port of Arkham Knight, let's be honest. I've come across more glitches in Arkham Knight on Switch than I ever came across in Arkham Origins on PS3 or Wii U. And like I said, those were fun glitches. I've had frustrating glitches that people have literally seen, game crashes, and you name it, it's happened. Over and over and over again. And, I mean, that's something that needs to be taken care of. And it's not that I'm a hater or anything like that. It's like, I actually bought the game twice. I have it digitally. I have my copy to give away to my contest winner, which I need to get off my lazy butt and pick another winner, because the last 6 people that I contacted basically did not reply to me. So now I gotta pick somebody else. But that's besides the point. I've got a physical copy, and I've got the digital copy, plus the copy to give away. So I have 3 copies that I own of this game currently. So it's not like... a hater's not gonna do that, right? I am a fan. I'm a fan that's bought more copies of Arkham than I really want people to know. There's a lot. And books. And comics. You know what? I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Just know that there's a ton, okay? So, I speak this from my heart. Just patch the game so people can finish it and move on and play upcoming Nintendo Switch games that are going to be new. You know, and that way people will stop making fun of the Switch, too. Because, I mean, I wouldn't wait for the Switch 2 to patch this stuff, because it needs help. It does. And I've seen people, you know, on Twitter saying, they finally patched the Nintendo Switch version. It's like, no, they didn't. You're getting this confused with the Arkham Knight patch that happened for the Shadow of Battinson. It's not the same thing. Please do not say it's the new thing. I even, like, got a hold of Arkham Videos, and I was talking to him in DMs, and I was like, dude, they patched what? And he's like, oh, it's the Shadow thing. And it's like, have you heard from Turn Me Up? He's like, no. I said, I haven't heard from them. And it's like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. He says, I didn't really play that much of Arkham Knight on the Switch. And that right there is reasons to patch it. If he's not playing through it on Switch, then you know that there is some issues, Turn Me Up. Me, I'm a sucker for punishment. I've played Dark Tomorrow for fun. Words that I do not take lightly, because there's nothing fun about that game. That game is like one of the worst types of torture you can unleash on humanity. It is a bad, bad game that it will give me nightmares into my 60s. Probably. In fact, I'm making it a mission in life never to play that game ever again. Not for its 30th anniversary, not for its 25th. That game is dead to me. If that game mysteriously disappears from my collection, that would be a godsend. Because it's horrible. Not that I couldn't buy another copy, because, I mean, it's so dirt cheap. But I'm just saying, that game deserves all kinds of hate. Turn Me Up doesn't deserve hate, but they need to get off their lazy butts, and they need to fix this, because it's going to set a bad precedent. Like, this is the last year of the Nintendo Switch. Do not wait for the Switch 2 to get this resolved. And, yeah, stop people saying that there is actually a patch for Arkham Knight on the Switch. It's only for Arkham City, and it's only for Arkham Asylum, and we have no idea what it does. Pay no attention to the cats in the background, because I don't pay attention to them. I do play with them, but I mean, right now I'm recording, so they're just gonna be wild animals running around my house. I can't really do much about that. But anyway, now I want to hear from you. How do you guys feel about this whole situation? Do you think they're ever going to patch Arkham Knight? Do you care? Do you not care? Tell me in the comment section below. Always like reading your guys' input on this. This rant video got a little long. I'm just kind of throwing this together. If you guys want more Ace Attorney, make sure you check out the Ace Attorney video that went up yesterday. Episode 4 could use some love. As well as if you want more Prince of Persia, get on that, because the last episode of Prince of Persia is also not where it's supposed to be. If you're new to the channel, tell us how you found us, because we are secret to everyone. And I will keep you guys all updated if there's an actual update happening for Arkham Knight on Nintendo Switch. But for right now, this video needed to be made because there is misinformation going out saying, oh, it's been patched, it's been patched. No, it's not. The Riddler trophies are still bugged. There's still elements of the challenge maps that are unplayable. There's still a lot of problems with the game's like actual performance, and nothing has been fixed. The only things that have been fixed is Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So, yeah. And we have no idea what the city patch is, so update that game at your own risk. There's no information whatsoever. There's usually, you can find out some of the things that have been tweaked, you know, from someone and then posted on Twitter. There's nothing. No Nintendo sites. Nobody's talking about this. It happened. It was sneaky. And people are just kind of like, oh no. So, yeah, that's all I have to report. So anyway, keep it locked here for more rumors and news and speculation and retrospectives and whatever else I want to do topic videos on in the future. And thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys and gals live later today with an awesome stream.